Welcome to the channel, folks. The hobby pilot drone channel, and today I have the Glorale X38 low entry beginner Wi-Fi drone, and the question that I'm faced with: could I recommend this drone? Should you buy this drone? Should you waste your money buying this drone? Let's look at the pros and the cons. It is 358 grams. Therefore, I cannot say that it is actually a mini drone. You will need to register this drone, and you will need to activate some form of remote ID if you are flying in the United States or in Canada. Secondly, there is a sort of curvature on the horizon, or I call it a fisheye effect. In my view, it takes too long to gather satellites. The manuals say between 2 to 5 minutes. In my experience, sometimes it takes well beyond 5 minutes. Sometimes the drone even shut down and you have to restart it. I don't believe that a drone should be taking that long to gather satellites. Secondly, I am never able to get more than 7 satellites. And I've flown it about 3 or 4 times now. Another con is that the controller is poorly built. It's cheap plastic. It feels that it could just break at any time. Another con is that even though the video is 4K 24 and looks reasonably good, it is sort of jittery at times, and there are also times when I could detect some horizon tilt, and it goes without saying, for cheap budget drone, it has no obstacle avoidance. But that is not the end of the world with the Glorale X38, a beginner Wi-Fi drone. There are some pros. For one, the price range. Maximum $179 on Amazon. I was able to get this for $159. I've seen it as low as $152. It has a 3-axis gimbal, so the videos are fairly stable. It has a bunch of intelligent features, and the walk. The camera appears to be a true 4K camera, but it only records at 24 frames a second, and that is the maximum. Sort of okay. The colors looks good. The camera could move up and down. Photos looks okay. It comes in a nice, well-made case. You have 2 batteries, so you get 2 batteries when you purchase the drone, and you get a maximum about 20 to 22 minutes flight time and 1 battery. It handles the wind fairly well. It has 3 speeds. If you put it in the highest speed, it handles the wind fairly okay. Even though the control is that flighty and that poorly built, the gimbal sticks feels okay, and the drone is very responsive. So those are the pros. I'll just get back to the cons briefly. One of the frustrating things with this drone is that it takes a long time to actually boot up, to actually turn on. You keep short press and then long press the battery, and sometimes it take up to 40 seconds or more before the drone actually comes to life. So that is another con. Another pro is that it is fairly well built, so it appears to be durable. It has return to home. It's a GPS drone, so all those are pros. Another con is that it lands very hard. Whether it is landing and a return to home automatically or a manual landing, it comes down very hard. So those are my experience with this drone. But who is it for? This is for someone who's just getting into the hobby, at the absolute beginning of the hobby. This may be a useful drone to learn to fly, to get some fairly stable videos, some respectable photos, and to just getting into the drone space. As you could see how jittery the video is there, shaking it a little in the wind. So this is for an absolute beginner, someone who just is getting into the hobby and want to learn to fly, and wouldn't mind if you crash this drone. Then you wouldn't really have to shed a lot of tears because it's not a very expensive drone. So let's look at some photos. And as you can see, the photos, in my view, looks fairly decent. Could I recommend it? Yes, for an absolute beginner. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon in another video. Cheers. Bye for now.